Hey friends, I'm back with a really fun project for the Tonic USA design team. Today I'm working with a die set called the Delicate Gestures box, and look how cute these are. These are perfect to put together as gifts. You can put them as centerpieces on your Easter table this season. You can give them away for Mother's Day gifts. Perfect for weddings, baby showers, anniversaries, anything that you want to create. One of the reasons I love these Tonic die sets is because, you know what? I don't know how to make gift boxes on my own, and there are some fabulous people who can figure out the dimensions and the design. The Tonic Studios die sets takes all the guesswork, and they have a bunch of dies where you can create really, really fun gift boxes like this Delicate Gestures. Look at that one, that would be perfect. You can put a tea light in this lattice design. And that would be really pretty on, say, a wedding table spread or maybe for a baby shower. I mean, the sky is just completely endless when it comes to the type of creations you can make with this. Now, this die set comes with a full die to make the actual box. And as you can see, I'm showing you the different panel styles. So there's 4 dies that you can create all kinds of panels. So you can do an inlay panel. You can also do a custom one like the one I'm showing you. You can just attach that to the panels. Now, to get started, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Gemini by Crafter's Companion. And I've used this machine so much, I'm now ready to do a review on that. So look for that to come in April. So all I did was I went ahead and made my sandwich for my die. And then I went ahead and ran it through my Crafter's Companion. And notice how that ran by itself because it's an electric die cutting machine. There we go. There's my one panel. And I love my electric die cutting machine, and I have issues with shoulder pain, so it works out well when I don't have to crank things through a large machine. Now I'm showing you where you have the fold lines, and that's the beauty of this particular die, or all the Tonic dies, is all you have to do is just cut them out and fold them along the pre-scored fold lines to go ahead and create your box. I'm using this Dream in Color pattern paper pad. This is a 6x6 pad that's just released, a part of the spring collection with Tonic. Beautiful papers. You get these double-sided pattern papers. I'm going to choose 2, that purple and the blue. Now I'm going to create my panels. Now, because I'm using smaller dies, I went ahead and brought out my small Sizzix. This is a tiny little die cutting machine, which I highly recommend that you get one. If you don't, it's perfect, particularly if you want to die cut. If you have a small space, you want to die cut on the go. I'm going to go ahead and figure out my panels. Now, I'm showing you the 2 panel dies that you can use to just inlay directly into your box. You can also create your own panels. You can inlay these in your panel as well, or you can create a layered panel that you can attach to the outside of your box. So it's completely up to you. There's one with scalloped edge. The designs are beautiful and intricate. They cut beautifully. There's also a little heart tag that you can make with it. And so you have the intricate inlay, and then you have the border die, which will also cut out to the shape of the heart, just like the shape of these little panels. Now I'm cutting 2 strips of the pattern paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run these dies, first the inlay panel with the design. This is just how I like to work with the die. You can go ahead and put the inlay panel as well as the outline panel, or die rather, and tape those together with some washi tape and run it through your machine, or you can die cut them separately. I personally like to die cut them separately so I can make sure that I'm getting the outline perfectly centered around that inlay. And so there we go. And it may take a little bit more time to do this, but this is just how I prefer it. So there's my first panel, and I'm just showing you how you can go ahead and attach that to your box panel if you want to, or you can create a layer to go behind that so you can have some color peeking through. This works well for vellum, for glitter paper, all kinds of paper elements that you can use with this and really get creative. I'm just using the cardstock for this one. Now, the craft cardstock is from my stash. Everything else that you see here is from Tonic. So there we go, look how pretty that is. So now I have all of these cut out. I'm going to go ahead and use my Smooth Precision adhesive from Tonic as well. This is the Nouveau. I'm going to get really good into those intricate details of the die. That's perfect for this type of adhesive. Of course, you can use whatever adhesive that you want to. I like using the liquid adhesive because it gives me just a teeny bit more room to move things around before it actually sticks to the project. So I'm going to go ahead and layer up these panels, and they look so pretty. I was giddy when I was putting this together because it doesn't take a whole lot of work. Next up, I'm going to use the Nouveau Deluxe adhesive. I'm going to glue all these beautifully cut panels down to my card. It is really that simple. You can use satin paper, glitter paper, vellum, as I mentioned. I mean, there's all kinds of wonderful papers that you can use to really dress up these boxes, or you can keep it pretty casual like I have with just the pattern cardstock. So now all my panels are adhered, and I do recommend that you do that first before you assemble your boxes. Now all I have to do is just go ahead and put the box together. I'm going to use some jute to get it all tied up. Notice there's some little holes there at the top of the panel. That's where you're going to run your ribbon or whatever you choose to use, whatever fiber you choose to use. And I'm using some jute. So I'm going to go in the back of the first panel. Doesn't matter which one you start with. And I'm going to run 1/2 of that string, or the jute rather, through the hole, and then the other half to the other side. Then I'm going to run it through one of the panels there to the, I guess, the left-hand side. I'm trying to decide, do I need to run it inside or out? I'm going to go ahead and run it through the inside and then out, and then run it back in. And then I'm going to go ahead and run it out on the last panel because that's where I'm going to tie my box together. So I want 2 strings coming out of that last panel. Kind of gets tied up. This isn't the best quality jute that I have here. Tonic does sell jute, and theirs is much, much better than this product that I have here. I don't even know the manufacturers. I probably may have gotten that at the Dollar Tree or something. I have no clue. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat there on the right side of the panel, running that out and then back in. And I'm going to run it out one more time so that I have another string so I can pull all my little panels together. Now, before you pull this taut, if you have anything you want to put inside your box, you want to go ahead and do that. So if you want to put little candies, if you did the lattice design so you can see through the box, you can put a little tea light in there, whatever you want to. You can go ahead and put whatever item you want to in your box, or you can just leave it empty if you just want to be purely decorative. You're going to pull your ribbon or whatever fiber you're using together, and then you're going to tie your box, and you can see it coming together. Look how cute that is. So this little box measures about 2 by 2 inches, if I haven't said that already. So they're really teeny and perfect to give as a small gift. Now, of course, you can continue to embellish your little box, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a little flower. So I'm going to take this Dimensions die set again from Tonic. This is called the Parfumery Perfect Panache Gift Box Set. And in this has 2 little small flower dies. I'm going to go ahead and take some of the coordinating paper that I have used from the 6x6 paper pad. I cut out just little squares because I don't need much to cut these out, again using my small Big Shot, or not Big Shot, using my small little Sizzix die cutting machine. I'm going to go ahead and cut out those flowers, and then I'm going to layer them together. And I'm using the same size die for that little flower, just to add a bit of dimension and interest to my little box. So I'm going ahead and folding up the little petals, and there we go. I'm going to adhere it to my box using some dimensional foam. So I'm using some Craft Perfect dimensional foam squares, and you can get this from Tonic as well, or foam pads is what they're called. These are 5mm by 5mm little foam squares, so they're teeny tiny. And I'm going to go ahead and add those onto, or add the little flower cluster onto my box. Next up, I'm going to add a bit of the Nouveau Glitter Accents. This is a beautiful product. This color is called Candy Kisses, and you can make little bitty dots on your project. You can do all kinds of stuff with this glitter accent product. And of course, like everything else Tonic makes, these accent products are just fantastic, so high quality, and they really give sort of an added look, an added pop to any project. So there we go, that's going to dry very nicely. So here are my little boxes all completed. Notice that you can do all kinds of fantastic designs with this die set, and you can use it over and over and over again for a multitude of projects. To learn more about these dies and more, head on over to the Tonic USA website. The link is posted down below. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the Victoria Marie YouTube channel. When you do, click the bell indicator. That way you'll know every time a new video is posted to this channel.